Boomslang here. I've been away for a little bit. I was on holiday and I've had some sickness and I just needed to get a video done, get back into the swing of things. Obviously most of my content has been Escape from Tarkov. During my being off sick, I discovered another game called Albion Online, which is what we're in now. And I've noticed that there's not a lot of videos that really explain about... I guess I've got regrets of things that I did, not in a negative way, but just things that I wish I'd done differently when I first got the game. So this isn't like an overall guide to understand everything that you can do. These are just some highlighted points, so if I explain something and people still don't understand and you want more information, then I'll build another video off of any questions that I might get, because I'm not going to do a massively in-depth one. But basically I'm going to go with 3 top points and then throw in a little extra thing at the end, because somebody asked in Guild about where to build a fishing rod or how to get a fishing rod, so I'm going to cover that as well. But basically my biggest regret was my learning points. So for me, when I've had this game for 2 years, I didn't enjoy it. I thought it was horrendous. Really just not a game for me. I came back about 4 weeks ago and I've not stopped playing it. I literally, it's like World of Warcraft and RuneScape came together and made a baby and called it Albion Online. That's the only way I can describe it. It's just such a cool game. So in depth, so many things you can do. But back to my point, the learning points. I bought the legendary pack and I ended up with about 600 learning points. When I first started, I thought, I'm going to be a tank, I'm going to do just tanking, that's it. So I started putting all my points in, as you can see, but I did something else just very quickly to explain. You can move these up and down, and to minus them, it will cost you... find one that actually has points in. So to take this back to 0, or to 1 even, it would cost me 279 silver, and then I would get those points converted up here. So I would get 693 extra. And then I could go up to one that I want to level up, press that, and put it into the plus. And so long as I've got 1.3 million points, I could hit confirm and get to 98, but I don't. So, but yeah, learning points are these bits here. You would press learn, and that would take you from 55 to 56. Now, me personally, I now understand you should never ever put points into this, really, because whenever you're fighting, or if you use a tome of experience, which I can go to the auction house and show you guys what I mean by that, but basically if you use a tome, you can it contributes to these fame points. There's no need to use your learning points. Whereas, this is where I really wish I'd known, you have your gathering and crafting skills, and they cannot be contributed to by experience tomes or killing monsters. They can only be contributed to by, for instance, mining ore. So for me to get my tier 5 mining, I had to dump 117 points into the skill before, just so that I could get, not the skill before, to this skill tree here, just so that I could get it and actually have tier 5. So as you can see here, I haven't even started on master. And if I was to have the 20%, it would probably, because you need 20% before you can hit learn, so 20% of that. So I would need to probably spend, I reckon, 200 learning points just to skip having to grind out mining and actually get tier 6. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say to people is, Don't worry about your armor and your weapons. That will come with dungeons, time, killing. You know, it'll all get there. Whereas your crafting and gathering stuff, please, please, please spend your learning points on that to get to the next level. If anybody has premium, there could be some doubts as to whether it's worth it or not. I would always recommend getting premium because you get the daily bonus to begin with just as a starting point. Back to experience times, these are what I mean. Times of insight, you get 2,000 combat fame, and they range from 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, and 50,000 fame. The only ones that you can buy on the auction house market is 10k. Why you should get premium. If you have premium, you have this challenge daily bonus reward scheme, and all you have to do is kill monsters, do your farming, craft something, and you'll notice that you'll get a little key symbol appear in the list of, like, you've received fame, you've received 3 carrots and 2 bonus carrots, etc. And when you get up to 1,200, you get an extra 50k and your experience time. Each of this chest required 150,000 to unlock, and I got about 140,000 silver. I got a dire bear rug, loads of different things. I can't even remember now. And the next one unlocks on Monday, and I've obviously completed to receive my Black Panther mount and to receive my avatar. So that's one of the benefits of premium. So guys, to get your key points, you can either do gathering, which I haven't brought anything with me for that. I'm just looking for a mob to kill, preferably not 4 all grouped up together. Okay, that'll do. That's 1 down. You see I got 38 there. And the the premium bonus applies to gathering materials. So you don't get bonus fame, but gathering materials. So if I was to cut a tree, which I don't have anything with me to give you an example, so it's pretty poor on my part, apologies for that, but you cut the tree, you get 2 logs, and then you'll get an extra 1 log from premium. And if you have lumberjack gear, and you get it up to 10 stacks. I'll go to the auction house now and explain. If you get it up to 10 stacks of the buff, you potentially can get another 2 extra logs every 10 to 15 times you gather something. It's not guaranteed, but if you're in a fairly safe zone, such as a yellow zone tier 5, it's good to have the mining gear, the woodcutting gear, any of those sorts of gear on, just so that you do gain that extra benefit. So gathering gear, you've got fishing, harvesting, any of these. So miner garb, click on there. It's this bit here that I'm talking about. Increase your gathering yield for adepts or lower. I'm on tier 5. Experts or lower. So basically that keeps stacking up. Let's just show you. So it will start stacking up here until it's at 10 stacks. And then it just increases your chance to get the extra gear. Extra gathering. It should increase to 10. Yeah. God, thought I was being stupid then. It takes time, but it will increase to 10 stacks. And then when you have the helm, the boots, and the cape for minor gathering, those 3 should increase to 10, and then you start to see the chance of it giving you an extra ore, and therefore adding to your profit. Also with premium, every day you get 20 learning points spread over a point per hour. So for instance, I've used up all of mine, and I now wait until they're high enough for me to learn tier 6 mining, for example. But yeah, you can see what premium does for you. It really does help a lot, and you do get 50% bonus fame. I'm being stupid, but yeah, it's really beneficial. Now, I'm not saying that you have to give the game money. You can work your way up for silver and build it, get your currency up and pay for it with in-game currency. I'm not really going to go into a whole how to make money guide video at the moment, but you can go onto the black market and you can see what's selling. This for example, go and check it. So it's excellent. It's tier 4, and that should be enough. 0 enchant, and all we do is put in Judicator, and then you can go back to the normal auction house over that way, and this will stay the same in the auction house and the black market. It'll never change unless you refresh or remove it or change it yourself. And if, for example, it was 110k on the other auction house, you come straight back here with it and sell it for 288, therefore making a bit of profit. So just do some flipping, and eventually it shouldn't take you a month, but you could afford quite easily to pay in gold or in silver, because obviously you can buy and sell the gold as and when you want to. Last point to really mention is taxes. A lot of people don't realise that there's taxes in the game. So I'm in Wolfstack. I'm one of the officers. I help look after the guilds, recruit. Currently 136 people. We're doing really good. We're here to help each other and just build up the community, but I just wanted to show and share a little bit. So when you kill monsters and you pick up silver that they drop, if you're in a guild, it will take off whatever tax is set on the guild. Now we have it at 10%, which is very fair, because we're going to use that to go back, put back into the guild islands, put it back into players. If we do guild v guild battles, the guild treasury can be used to benefit the guild. So 10% is very fair. There are other guilds that you join, and there's a lot of scumbag guilds out there that will prey upon new people that don't understand and charge 50% tax, 20% tax, 100% tax in some instances. So just be careful when you're joining a guild. Press G, 3 down, go to account. How much is the tax rate? Because whenever you're picking up silver, it's coming out of your pocket. So it needs to be worth it. It needs to be a guild that you enjoy. The next thing that I guess is tax but not tax related is to always check the usage fees. So if we're looking here, tier 8 Elders Toolmaker, owner, access, usage fee. So that's how much percent in silver I will be charged to use it. And as we come closer to the middle, there are some absolutely crazy prices. 55%, 65%, 33%, 53%, 64%, 33%. Now, normally the more expensive ones are closer to the middle, And that's purely preying on people's laziness. 150%. I mean, that's just insane. 30% here, 50% there. So because you have to go this way and here, you pay 150%, or you go this way and down here and you pay 30%. It's just insane. So basically, if you're coming in to use somebody's shop, because these are all player owned, you can eventually put a bid down on these or buy them outright if people are selling them. There's one for sale there. You could go down there and pay that amount of money if you wanted to. Good luck. But at the end of the month, or 2 months, or 3 months, I can't remember the exact cycle, it's something that's new to me, but all of these will have a little sign outside towards the end of a month, I believe. And you can put a bid down, and you could win that plot of land, and you just have to maintain it, and you can set whatever crazy price you want. But I'd recommend not setting high prices because people will just avoid your shop. And also the last thing to remember, if you are going to be smelting or breaking things down, or sorting something out in a town that relates to crafting, always check what benefit the local production bonus gives. So that is Fort Sterling. That's in the north, and it primarily focuses on giving you a bonus for wood. You still get a bonus for other things, but the wood production is what it gives you the most benefit on. So you would really want to try and focus on that in Fort Sterling, and each of these cities has their own benefits. So fibre for this one, sword, bow, etc. It's all different, all varies, and obviously then the price varies as well for what people use. By the way, when it's greyed out, it means that the person hasn't fed it enough, I thought, but then I'm looking at the food there, it says 28%. I just don't think you can use those shops if they're kind of greyed out. But I'll update that if it's wrong. So yeah, for now, that's kind of it. That's my introduction. My top 3 things I wish I'd known. Learning points, so important to not spend them. But we all live and we learn. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope to see you in game. And if anybody wants to join the guilds, hit me up in the comments, or you can see in the description below. I'll leave the Discord link. Speak to any of us on there, and we'll get you sorted out. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Boom Slang out.